Piece of breaking news now coming in straight from the state of Karnataka. This is a big breaking news now coming in. We are learning that the Karnataka Milk Federation, which is KMF, which markets its dairy products under the Nandini brand, will sponsor Scotland and Ireland teams for the T20 Cricket World Cup. So you are going to be seeing Nandini on the jerseys. So that's a big update that we have received. This is the exclusive news break that the Karnataka Milk Federation, which is the KMF, is going to be there on the jerseys in T20 Cricket World Cup. Nandini, which markets its dairy products under the Nandini brand, will now sponsor Scotland and Ireland teams for the T20 World Cup. We have CNN News 18's Ritu joining us live on the broadcast over this exclusive news break. Ritu, walk us through all the updates that we have. It's a very big thing for us that Nandini is going to be there on all the jerseys.
Well, in a battle to take against the Amul to the cricket field, now you see that there is a big announcement coming in that the Nandini will sponsor the Scotland and Ireland T20 World Cup, which will actually start from June 1st and will go on till 29th. And this is a very big update, in fact, because what that the Nandini sponsors, while sponsoring this to the cricket pitch, there is this a pride that the Karnataka people can take, is what the chief of KMF is saying, Jagadish. But however, you see, we will see there will be other side for the story as well, with a lot of political attack as well, because right now we are getting some prominent voices from Bengaluru itself, where they are saying that there are farmers who are suffering because of the drought situation across the state. The government does not have money to help out the farmers, but they have money to sponsor the cricket matches. And at this point in time, what is really an issue, big issue, which has been discussed at national level, and the government is also struggling to reach out to the central government for the relief fund. While all that is not happening, therein you see Nandini is interested in sponsoring the cricket matches for the T20 World Cup. But however, you see, there will be in a day long that we will see a lot of reaction coming on this.
Right. Also, Ritu, since you talked about the political backfire over this particular issue, we can see the tweet coming in from Mohan Das Pai. He has questioned the value of this sudden move, that why Kannadigas are paying and sponsoring the foreign events.
Well, very true. You see, now that's the prominent voice from Bengaluru, Mohan Das Pai, the former of the Infosys, therein coming out and saying that this is completely unfair, because the money of the people is going for cricket at this point in time, and the farmers are...
Alright, Ritu, would request you to please stay with us. We have BJP's Ashok Gowdaji joining us on the broadcast. Ashokji, how do you see this move that now Nandini has now finally become the sponsor of Scotland and Ireland teams for the T20 World Cup? How is India going to respond to this?
See, what has happened is, in past 10 months of Karnataka's Congress rule, Karnataka, they have not understood, and their misplaced priorities are playing all these games. A farmer of Karnataka who was getting an additional amount during Yediyurappa's government and Bommai's government of 3 rupees and 2 rupees additionally, that was 5 rupees as Protsaha Dana, we called it. That is encouragement money. That has been cut, and milk prices have been raised in entire Karnataka. The raised prices, the benefit is not reaching the farmer. Whereas the benefit, where is it reaching? This is reaching all the pockets of these leaders who are Congress party member. And only to gobble the money, these people have planned it in this way, saying that in the name of sponsorship, we can gobble some amount, and that is why they are sponsoring this game.
But Mr. Ashok, the word coming in from KMF's managing director, who is MK Jagadish, he has said that this should be a proud moment for the people of Karnataka, because we will be flashed on the international event, on the international teams as well. Our branding will be there on their right arms. How are you exactly going to respond? Because Karnataka people should feel proud about their brand being aired on air at an international event.
See, the drought in Karnataka is already suffering because of the drought. And in this drought, farmers, the only hope was the milk production, whatever they were getting, and the money which they were getting. Whereas the 5 rupees encouragement amount or Protsaha Dana has been cut off, as well as the milk prices have increased for the common man in Karnataka. What is the benefit for a Kannadiga as of today when we are doing good? When the entire Karnataka is droughted and all the 225 talukas out of 240 talukas is droughted. So how can we say that I will go sponsor and I'll create a brand value? First, they should have, then they have how much money the Karnataka government has given for a farmer? 2,000 rupees per hectare. When Yediyurappa ji was there as a chief minister, he had released 18,000 rupees per acre. And the same amount, we have been saying that Karnataka Congress has a misplaced priorities. They have 90 cabinet rank people working in the government today and more than 120 people with the state rank. This entire money which is spent on these ministers or this sponsorship, we are not against any of these things. But the only point is, what is the timing? What is the timing? Is it the right time to sponsor when the Karnataka is hit by drought and Kannadigas are suffering? First, they should have given them something more better and they should have given them encouragement money and then they should have said that yes, correct. Then they can go sponsor.
Mr. Ashok Gora, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18 and putting your perspective across. We are going back to our correspondent Ritu, who continues to stay with us on the broadcast on this news break. Ritu, what the managing director of Nandini has to say is that Kannadigas should be feeling proud about them being aired on an international event on two international teams at the same time. But isn't them drawing a parallel, in fact, a straight-up battle with Amul for this particular event?
Well, very true. You see, at this point in time, the question that has been raised is whether it's a matter of pride or whether it's about the need of the people that needs to be fulfilled at this point in time when across the state there is a drought situation. And it's the same government which is going to the central government seeking for a relief fund, saying that there is a drought and the central government is really not doing enough by providing NDRF fund. And the same government is indulged in such acts also on the name of the pride. But this is not the timing at all for the state government to take up this act, is what the BJP is in fact alleging as well. Because you see, what the BJP is also alleging that when Yediyurappa, the former CM Yediyurappa, was in the power in the state, they used to give. In the drought situation, they gave 14,000 per hectare, but this government is just providing 2,000. And in such situation, it is really clearly with clear line being drawn now with this particular news coming in of the Nandini sponsoring for the World Cup T20 of the Scotland and the Ireland matches therein, that this government is anti-farmer government and anti-poor anti-poor people government. But however, you see, we will have to wait and see whether now with so much of backlash that the Nandini is facing, whether they'll really go ahead and decide to step back from this move or whether this will really go on, and on the other hand, giving more space to the BJP to attack this government.
Right. Also, Ritu, please help us understand whether this is something extremely new for Nandini to enter an international market in such a way, or are they already there in the international market in some of the countries?
Well, you see, in the past, we have seen how Amul had tried to get onto the field when it comes to the sponsoring for that matter of various events and trying to be highlighted at the international level as well. For Nandini, you see now in that battle to compete with the Amul, this is a big opportunity that the Nandini has actually taken up to be sponsoring the World Cup T20 matches at an international level, where the branding would be on the jerseys, you see, on that various social media platforms as well of this team, because the Nandini is already present in the Middle Eastern countries like Myanmar for that matter, or Singapore as well, and other few countries too, and now it is trying to get into a US market as well. So in all that attempt, you see, Nandini wants to be seen as in the big brand, as in the international brand, so competing with that of an Amul, you see, this is the big step that the KMF has taken up. But however, it is right now in the spot because of the timing right now being questioned here, while the whole state is finding there's no rain in the state and the drought situation across the state, and the farmers are struggling for their relief fund and the government not helping them out enough. So that's the timing being right now questioned. But however, you see, as that throughout the day, we will have more voices on this.
Right, Ritu.